China is one of a handful of countries that are still under communism. But of course, it has been the most successful communist country. So what do you think is the staying power of the Chinese Communist Party that enables it to be in power this long?
Well, I think the last 100 years has seen remarkable success on the part of the party. You have to recall that the party started in a situation where they had to fight internally and sometimes even with external forces to establish a new regime, a new country. And then subsequently, despite many challenges, has had remarkable success, particularly in the area of economic development. In particular, not just becoming now the second, but anticipated to be the biggest economy in the world soon, but also the ability to lift millions out of poverty on an unprecedented scale. And I think that success has been due, first of all, to the organization and discipline of the party, the ability to stick together under an ideology, and secondly, the ability to adapt and be flexible. So, for instance, when there are experiments or policies that seem to be going wrong, the party was able to turn things around. We saw under President Deng Xiaoping the ability to integrate the market system into the country successfully, which laid the foundations for current growth. And they keep on adapting to the situation. So when you look at the party's information that they give out now, the latest being the thoughts of the current president would be part of or would be integrated into their original ideology as well.
Strong leadership of Chinese leaders seem to be strength of the Communist Party, but the extension of President Xi Jinping to stay in power for perhaps as long as possible, do you consider that as the risk for the future of the Communist Party?
Certainly, I think there are risks going forward. But having said that, I think many critics have been proved wrong so many times in the past because the party somehow had defied clear risks, especially flashpoints in the cases of Taiwan, or even the last few years where we were living in a situation where we call that we have a trade war. These will clearly affect other countries in the world. And I think President Biden is having to make up for lost ground. The loss of legitimacy and so many things under President Trump because Trump undermined many of the values and even not playing by multilateral rules that forces President Biden now to rebuild this alliance. But it's clear that compared to 30 years ago, 20 years ago, the bargaining power that the West has now is not the same because over the last couple of decades, there had been a steady recession of liberal democracy, if you like, in the world, with the rise of so many extremist, populist, and authoritarians around the world.